online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Pretty tragic on our reservations. So a lot of people are thinking, that person should be in jail.
People will gather soon at the federal courthouse in downtown Fargo to honor a 5-year-old girl from the Spirit Lake Reservation who was killed. Federal prosecutors say solving this case is their top priority. The gathering is happening as the girl's brother remains at a Fargo hospital. Valley News Team's Joshua Pagero joins us live from in front of the courthouse with more on this story. Joshua?
And Andrea, that's right. There will be a candlelight visual held in front of the courthouse here in less than 30 minutes to honor Raven Thompson. Now, Raven Thompson was killed at Spirit Lake Reservation under the care of social services. The fact it's being held in front of the federal courthouse holds special significance because the U.S. attorney says this is his top case for the state of North Dakota. Again, her brother Zane Thompson was also injured. FBI and the U.S. attorney are investigating the cause as well as the manner into what led to her death. Again, we don't know much information right now. Law enforcement isn't releasing too many details, but the rally should start in about half an hour. And good news is the father of the girl and the boy told me that he got to see his son today at Sanford Hospital in Fargo, and he says his condition has improved. Again, we don't know what happened and what led to this incident, as people are going to be joining the federal courthouse for a candlelight visual in the hopes of getting more answers. So I'm going to send it right back to you in the studio, reporting live in Fargo. Joshua Pagero, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Joshua. We'll get more on that story a little bit later. The state of North Dakota is now confirming 76 new cases of COVID-19, along with 2 more deaths. They mark the 39th and 40th deaths linked to the virus in the state. 29 of those deaths are from COVID-19. 4 are people who died with the virus, and 7 are still pending death records. The state says over 48,000 people have now been tested in North Dakota. At this time, 37 people are in the hospital. There are now over 1,600 total cases in North Dakota, while 969 patients have recovered. Health officials in Grand Forks are set to hold a mass COVID-19 testing event tomorrow. It'll be at the Alaris Center from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. The testing is meant for those who have been in close contact with people who have tested positive, plus essential workers and first responders. Grand Forks Public Health says the testing will be free, and the goal is to test 500 people. Anyone with questions about the event should call Public Health at the phone number on your screen, 787-8100. In Minnesota, state health officials are now listing people as dying from the virus, even if a positive test result isn't on record. The state says a total of 638 people have died from the virus, but lists 9 of them as COVID-19 being a probable cause, meaning a positive test result isn't on file. A total of 12,917 cases have been reported in the state. 8,787 people are listed as recovered. Hutch told us the weather would change, and change it did. Now we're just waiting for the rain to move out and the wind to die down. In your First Alert forecast, he's joining us now. Hey, Hutch.
Hey, Andrea, did you hear that rumble of thunder just a couple of moments ago? Here in South Moorhead, it was pretty pronounced, and the lightning display showing 1 strike just in the southernmost reaches of Clay County here in the last 10 minutes. The heaviest of the rain has shifted just north of Fargo, but beware, there is a line of now thunder showers that are marching north and east at a very rapid clip. There's a big area of heavy rain here where you see the orange blob in Norman County pushing up into southern and central Polk County. So for places like Crookston all the way out towards Fertile and Boston, some heavier showers pushing through that area as well as the Ada Borup area at this time. Again, moving northeast at about 50 miles per hour. So passing showers remain in the forecast for Fargo for the next couple of hours. Then I think we dry up as most of the rain shifts into northwest Minnesota. Temperatures tonight in the 40s again as opposed to 20s and 30s. Grand Forks, you'll have rain for a longer period of time, and you can expect a good couple tenths of an inch in isolated areas under these, well, gully washing showers. More details on some Thursday thunder in the forecast here in just a second.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Police have now identified the deceased victim in the North Fargo shooting as 39-year-old Ann Quinn Lamont White. The shooting happened yesterday morning near the Northport Hornbachers, where police responded to reports of shots fired. When officers arrived on scene, they found one person dead and the other injured. Authorities later arrested 21-year-old Reng Ayong and 28-year-old Daryl Simmons. Ayong has been charged with reckless endangerment, theft, and a felon in possession of a firearm. Simmons is charged with criminal conspiracy. We now know the name of the suspect involved in the assault in Baker, Minnesota. Authorities say 40-year-old Stephen Krogsgaard of Baker is in jail for domestic assault and assault charges. The Clay County Sheriff's Department says they were told of the assault yesterday, and that's when they went to the house with the BCA to investigate. Authorities stayed on scene all afternoon and into the night. Although not confirmed by officials, several sources tell Valley News Live that the homeowner was assaulted by his roommate. The condition of the victim and his name are not being released at this time. A woman is now facing charges after police say she caused a deadly crash in North Dakota's Morton County. An arrest warrant has been issued for 28-year-old Terry Yellowhammer on 3 felony charges. The crash happened last week when police say Yellowhammer lost control of her SUV, crossed the center line, and hit a pickup. A 51-year-old Texas man was declared dead at the scene. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says Yellowhammer showed signs of using meth. High school seniors have more to wrestle with than just graduation ceremonies. As many close out their high school chapter, they are looking towards starting a new one, college. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard talked with local seniors who are already talking fall semester.
I mean, it's pretty much all in the air. The colleges are hopeful.
Taylor Striley is graduating from Kindred High School. She's majoring in physics and set to play volleyball at Concordia College this fall.
I did choose Concordia for the culture of it. We did get a letter the other day basically saying that it's all unknown and we don't really know what's going to happen.
Whether you're going to college near or far.
So right away I was kind of just focusing on what it was taking for my senior year. I didn't even think that it could possibly do anything with my college experience because I was like, oh, it'll be gone by now.
Olivia Abraham is trading her North Dakota winters for sunny Arizona. She's leaving for Grand Canyon University in August.
Basically just been trusting that everything will happen as it's supposed to and knowing that it's not really in my hands and that there's nothing I can do about it, but just kind of roll with it and trust that everything's going to be okay.
In the meantime, she's joining university social media pages and meeting her future classmates on Zoom.
Getting yourself out there even before so that you feel more comfortable as you're there and not as overwhelmed with all these strangers.
Instead of these seniors focusing on all they've lost, they're learning new strengths and skills to change the world. In Kindred, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
Seniors have also said they're trying to juggle having a safe graduation party this summer. The Senate is at odds over a new $3 trillion relief bill to help state and local governments battling the effects of coronavirus. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the new bill, unveiled in the House on Tuesday, is designed to deal with aspirational legislation and that the nation must also focus on homeland security at this time. Meanwhile, Senator Chuck Schumer shot back, saying that the bill is necessary for Americans who are struggling during this crisis.
It is not aspirational. We are talking about urgent and necessary relief. But out of reflective knee-jerk partisanship, the Republican leadership in the Senate basically declared the House bill dead on arrival before it was even announced.
Schumer also offered a unanimous consent request to pass his resolution for the CDC to immediately release their uncensored reopening guidelines that the White House reportedly blocked. For those stopping by the Department of Motor Vehicles, keep in mind that things are looking different now. Offices around North Dakota opened this week, but visits are by appointment only, and they must be done over the phone or online. Also, every person who walks into a driver's license office will get a health screening, which means answering certain questions. And once inside, you will have to wash your hands. Statewide, more than 1,200 appointments have been set up.
If people can bear with us while we have our employees ensure their safety and well-being, it's greatly appreciated.
And if your driver's license or tabs expired on March 1st or after, you do not need to renew them until the pandemic is over. That's due to an executive order signed by Governor Burgum. For information on how to set up an appointment, you can visit our website, valleynewslive.com, or download the VNL News app. Two F-16s flew over the Sanford Moorhead Clinic this morning to honor essential workers. Moorhead is one of several communities across the state getting special recognition with a flyover by the Minnesota National Guard. Officials say whether you're a healthcare worker or a meatpacking employee, your work and the care you provide have kept the state safe and functioning. Still ahead tonight, will politicians be kissing babies ever again? How the coronavirus could alter campaign connections.
We did see a few 20s this morning near Lake of the Woods, but the rest of us much milder as the cold has exited, but heavy rain pushing through the valley. We'll have details on where this is heading and what you can expect late in the week coming up next.